Hey, how are you? You Pat Carmelo?
Yes.
Hey, so how are you? Frank Paulson here.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Good to see you. I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I heard that you were signing a contract with Ferris Brevsky.
Ferris Brevsky, I signed to Derby recently.
Ferris Brevsky
And
signed to Derby.
I also had, I did a favor for Ansonia. I got a player, Dennis Wigley.
Dennis Wigley, a player over at. Yeah. Okay. No well. Okay.
I don't work with them. It was just a favor.
Fantastic. That's what we want to hear. Well, the good news is I was talking to Coach Greenwood, in a conversation with Coach Greenwood for a while now, and we were discussing, first of all, the possibility, a few possibilities here. One thing, as you know, this is a hard business. So being that it's a hard business, we like our players to come right up, start right from scratch, right from the first page forward, so we're all on the same page. And according to Coach Greenwood and myself, in conversation, we were discussing the possibility of you coming on board with us. How does that sound to you?
What do you mean exactly being on board with you guys?
I mean coming on as an agent for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's what I mean. How does that strike you?
I mean, it sounds great. So,
Well, we're ready to roll if you are, and I tell you what, I give you a week to 10 days. Take your time with it, and we'll talk about it as soon as you're ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Mr. Paulson.
Oh,
Look, I can explain everything.
Pat, my boy. Pat, listen, guy, you got to take this off, bro. Listen, there's way too much bad press on you right
Mr.
now.
Paulson, maybe if we
There's no maybes. There's no more in the futures.
we can work this out.
Pat, the best thing you can do at this point is we'll shake hands. We have to shake hands apart at this point. We can shake hands as friends. We can do it any way we want to, but I have to shake your hand on this part. Sorry it didn't work. We tried, but it didn't go. Have a nice day. Wish you the best.
Can you at least talk to Coach Greenwood for me?
Hey, please, kid, listen, don't talk to Coach Greenwood. Please, you'll do more harm than good. Okay? Do me a favor. Don't talk to Mr. Greenwood. You'll do more harm than good. Take care. Hey, Steve. How you doing? Hey, listen, I never had a chance to thank you.
Oh, no need to thank me. I'm just a good Samaritan salesman.
Why don't you come on in and have a beer with me? Did a great job. I'm glad to see you again. What's new?
How's Anthem going?
Oh, Anthem. Talking about Anthem. Who knew I needed health insurance?
Who knew?
That's right. That's what I say. Well, luckily I have it now. Yeah, I'll drink to that. Hey, I meant to ask you. I did mean to ask you. How did we come about talking about my sales experience? How did you know I had some sales experience?
Well, I didn't. You just seemed so like such a great salesman. That's just the vibe I got from you. And then you told me you did something.
Yeah, I had some sales background. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But you also had some sales experience. What's going on with you? What happened with you?
Well, I quit, actually.
Really? What happened?
Too much quota.
Quotas. Oh, I can totally relate to that. Well, I too. I worked just like you as an insurance salesman myself, and I sold for the Affordable Care Act. I was with Aetna for a while myself, healthcare, and I'll tell you what, talk about quotas, they were brutal. I mean, the company was brutal. They wanted sales quotas up to yin yang. I mean, I'm talking about day to day, month to month, hour to hour. They wanted sales quotas. So and having been there for a while, it kind of got to you after a while, And after a while, the money wasn't coming in, the quotas weren't coming in, bills were piling up, during that period of time. And what happened was basically, during that time I had met my wife Alice, during the time I started working for them, when I was married, and we married, and she was working for them, she was working for another insurance company also. She had lost her job. So to compound matters even worse, during around that time we just had our first child. Being that the bills weren't being paid and it was getting very depressing, I was depressed, she was depressed. Okay, she had lost her job. Being the bills were piling up, we couldn't afford our child Adam, so we put him up for adoption. Okay, and that happened, and basically my wife went into a severe depression, and we went to her doctor, and a doctor highly recommended she go into treatment, inpatient into treatment. So we went along with that. It was no problem. They've had her on medication. She seemed to be doing good, but she was up and down, and she went through a severe depression. And during that period of time, we were living in the apartment, and one day I was out on a job interviews, and I had come home, and she must have been overdosed on too much medication. She was lying face down in her bed. I thought she was just passed out. She just happened to have passed away. And I was a little too late to I called the emergency meds, and technicians came in and they couldn't revive her. One thing led to another. It was very depressing, and I tried to kick her at that time, and that's how I got that's the real reason I got my bum leg, because I was trying to revive her and I hit the side of the bed, the steel bar on the side of the bed, and knocked me out totally. So that point on, I had a bad leg. But it was really hard, and again, we put the son up for adoption, Adam, and one thing led to another, and I had to fold up the apartment and move out, being I couldn't afford it anymore, and I actually moved into my family home with my mother. That's how bad it got. And at this point, I'm pretty much in limbo. I'm just, my next step is just trying to find my long lost son. And that's where I stand now.